smiling, so that's a good thing. Okay, I'll leave that with you and I'll update you
Oh,
later.
so good. So a little update, you guys. The other day I made a video and I had mentioned how one of our comment moderators, Patty, was going through a hard time financial wise. She wasn't eating very much and she had some mechanical problems. So I called my buddy Badge, a Canadian mechanic guy that's down in Arizona right now. My Badge, are you near Quartzsite? He goes, I am. So he's gone over there to go help her out, and he just sent me a little video that, a little update. So let me share that with you guys.
Welcome back, sports fans. Guess who we are? You're right, Midland, California. And this is for our buddy Chrome, because the funny part about this is Chrome is in Vancouver, or in Victoria, and he's getting Patty's motorhome fixed. So it's kind of funny, you know. But anyway, that's what we're doing. So this is Patty.
Hi, guys.
This is Patty. This is the one that you've been trying to help, and she's all taken care of now.
Thank you so much, everybody.
So I just want you, this is just a little update, what we're going to do. So basically we got this here. Thanks, Chrome. Buddy. Thanks, Chrome, buddy. So anyway, we're here for a month, so we should be all right. But anyway, so what I think it is I took it for a drive, and what I think it is the overdrive snap ring blow. That's what I'm going for. And I haven't been very wrong very many times, so I'm hoping that's what it is. If that's it, we can fix it right here. Now, I'm going to show you what we do, but I don't recommend you do it on the desert when the sun's and the sand is blowing. So, but anyway, we're going to do it anyway, right?
Right.
Because we can't go anywhere, right?
Right.
So we got no overdrive. That's all we got. Everything else, well, plus a couple other things, don't work. But we got it should be all taken care of. So I just want to thank all you guys that helped her out and all you girls that helped her out, because she's all happy. See, she's smiling now. So that's a good thing. And she's even standing beside me and smiling. So that's a good thing. Okay, I'll leave that with you and we'll update you later.
Oh, that stuff makes me feel so good. Badge, it's an absolute honor to call you my friend. And this was just so cool. So thank you to Badge. Thank you to everybody else out there who reached out to those two van dwellers who needed a little bit of help. I very much appreciate it. As for an update on Gus, I'll keep you guys posted on that. I hear Gus still needs some electrical stuff, so when I find out what he needs, I'll let you guys know. I may have some extra stuff kicking around my shop I can donate over there too as well. But Jay, the guy that came over here to do the electrical in the ambulance, I don't know if you remember him a few videos back, he reached out to me and said, Chrome, let me take care of Gus. So I connected Gus and him together. So as soon as I get an update, I'll let you guys know. But I think Gus still needs batteries and inverters and things like that, like a full system. So we'll see what it will. I'll find out, I'm stumbling on my words, I'll find out what he needs, and then maybe some of you guys got some extra parts kicking around Vancouver you can throw in there, and maybe we'll get him straightened out too. So good. All right, get ready for a big project today. The project I'm working on in the shop today could get a little messy. You see all this green on me? This is from the last time well, we'll get into that one in a second. Look what arrived here at my shop. They showed up here lightning fast. I just ordered them the other day. These are my swivel seats. I have a driver one and a passenger one. Which one's what? I don't know. I'm gonna guess that this one here is the driver's one, because a lot of the Ford Econoline vans have a box that's underneath the seat. Mine doesn't have it in the ambulance. My van does. I think the box is for airbags, or I'm not sure what it is, but I'm guessing that's what this one's for. My ambulance doesn't have anything on the floors whatsoever. I discovered something on the ambulance that I didn't even know was a thing the other day. I guess Ford manufactures the E350 with an ambulance prep package. I just figured it was just an E350 cutaway. Apparently they make them with some options just for ambulances. Maybe you guys in the comments know a little bit more about those things and can let me know what that package is. But as of right now, I don't know, cool thing. I just read it on the tag. But anyway, I went online, and I know this was a really big deal a long time ago on where to find swivel seats for a Ford Econoline van. I have a swivel in my van that I don't use as often because it's a bit of a pain in the butt to swivel because I throw too many things in front of my seat, like my poo buckets there, my vehicle jack, fire extinguisher, all that stuff is all wedged around the front passenger seat. If I didn't make such a mess up there, I would use that swivel more often. But anyway, I bought my swivel seat from Sportsmobile many years ago. And I went online looking for swivel seats, of course, looking for Sportsmobile. Apparently, Sportsmobile has blown up into a much larger company called Field Van. And I went online the other day, I found these on their website, driver passenger one, and I picked them up. Pretty cool though, is that I got a reply from them saying, "Hey Chrome," I guess they watch my channel. He's like, "We sold you the other one, thanks for making that video." So when I bought these, they included swag. And you know, I like stickers, so they threw in a sticker for me and another sticker for me, and they threw in a toque and a Field Van shirt. So I appreciate the boys over there at Field Vans for following our journey. I much appreciate that. And what they did with the Sportsmobile brand was on another level. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what their adventure does going forward with Field Vans. Pretty darn cool. So anyway, I paid $350 US a piece for these swivels. They're not cheap, but they're also not built cheap. There's a lot of swivel seats out there on the internet that you can buy for like $150, $175 on some random websites. I know Shop for Seats has one, but you need these things to be solid. This is what bolts you to the vehicle. Anything on here is weak at all and breaks, you might be flying through the dashboard still attached to your seat. At least if you land somewhere, you might be mutilated, but you'll still be in your seat. You don't want that. These things are solid, thick, and heavy. Definitely not worried about the build quality on these things at all. But I have seen swivels from other companies in the past that were just garbage. Yeah, so anyway, my Ambo's gonna have dual swivels. My only concern though, and I didn't think about this until after I ordered it. That's a new transfer case that's been fully rebuilt that's going inside of here. But along with that transfer case will be a 4x4 manual shifter on the floor. And I'm not sure where that shifter is going. If it's too close to this seat, it may not be able to swivel. But those swivels, you can move forward and shift in little weird areas and little sections at a time that we may be able to get around it because there's nothing behind here. And that's the problem with a lot of vehicles, is that you got either a headache rack there or you built your van right behind your seat. This has a huge area. So we might, I don't know. Fingers crossed. So when Lauren put the 4x4 kit inside of this ambulance 4 years ago, it had an electronic shifter to shift it from 4 high to 4 low, or to shift it into 4-wheel drive in general. It's all done electronically. The first thing I said to Lauren is there a possibility that that has a fail point when I'm in the bush because it's not mechanical? He said yes. I'm like, can we take it out? He's like, yes. I'm like, I would rather have it so it's just, I'm in charge of it. That way there's no failure points, or at least reduces the failure points. So he had another transfer case at his home, sent it out. We got it all fully rebuilt. And over there in a box, I got the shifter, which I need to paint. And yeah, that's going in there. So hopefully both of these swivels will swivel. So take a good look at these things. They're mighty beefy. The thickness on that, and that's thick all the way through, that kind of thick. So I got all of this all taped out because what I'm doing here today, actually, there's a metal section right along the bottom of this battery tray area, which it has a little bit of surface rust on it. And down on this side, you can see down there a bit better, but right down there in the bottom, there's a little metal section which receives a lot of water. So what happens down there is any debris that gets in through the engine area, like sometimes you'll find when you open the hood, some tree pine needles and stuff will fall down here. Well, what happens is it gets wet down there, and when it gets wet, it causes rust. So there is a little bit of surface rust in there that I didn't get a chance to take care of. This green stuff that gets absolutely everywhere. This stuff here. Wow. The internal frame coating. This one's green. It's all right, you're never gonna see it. It's a rust encapsulator. So what it does is it stops the rust and encapsulates it. I sprayed it inside of all my tubed framing, the whole thing. If you look way back in there, there's a bit of overspray on here from the black when we painted the outside, but that is sprayed. The whole entire frame has been sprayed with this stuff. So what it's gonna do is prevent rust from forming in the future. So what I wanna do today is I wanna shove a nozzle down there and just blast that whole section. Just keep blasting it so it oozes out of everywhere. And that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm just gonna poke that thing down there and just blast it. It's not gonna hurt anything. If anything, this runny stuff will just kind of get everywhere. So we put all that stuff down there to protect what I need. Yeah. A lot of this rust encapsulator paint you buy from other companies. This one's from Eastwood. Whether you're using the brush on one or this one, you can actually put this over other painted surfaces. In order for it to ideally stick, they want you to scuff the surface, but not all rust paints you can do that. A lot of those other rust converters, if you get it on paint, the rust converter never dries. Not this stuff. That's why I chose to use Eastwood for a majority of the things that I did on here, because the rust paint is just very versatile and a lot more easier to use. And from what I read online, just a good product. So let's shake this baby up. And in here is like this long tube with a little spray nozzle at the end, right here. You see that? Yeah, you just poke her down there and you blast away and it just spits it everywhere. So down here you can see, if you look way down there, let me get the light in here. Right down there. Focus. You can see the rusty area right there. So that's what we're gonna cover in rust encapsulator. I know that's hard to see, but yeah, we're gonna blast that green stuff down there and cover that whole area. Oh yeah, it just covers it all in green, baby. So if you look back here, you can see where it's all oozed out of everywhere. We still need to cap that hole too. That still needs a little patch tacked on there. But as you can tell, I sprayed that stuff inside of every crevice I could on this thing. That right there, my friends, is protection. And I'm stoked on it. So yeah, like these things here, you can just like stick it up into all these holes and just blast away. So you just shove in the hole and you can like pull the trigger here and pull it out. Just gets everywhere. I think these are probably the best entrance points if I can find little holes like that on this side and go in on them. I don't see those same holes over here. Oh, you can get in there too, right there. Once I got in there with some lights, you can get right down in there. You guys can see, look, all down there, that's all covered in that paint. Yeah! Just kept poking it through these little holes here, through that one, and that one, shoving it down in there, and we soaked this whole cavity down here. Also getting the bottoms of all these doors. Oh, one can done. And since I got part of a can left, I'm gonna go back underneath and redo a bunch of the holes that we already did last time. Why not use all of this stuff while we got it out? I think we did okay though. How's my forehead? I smacked it pretty hard. That's pretty good. Only got one splash of paint. Not bad. Last time I was a freaking mess, dude. Oh no, these are my good glasses. I forgot to take them off. Oh, they look okay though. Oh, close call. These just about became a pair of Shaw. I got a chip on them. I didn't mean to wear these. I've been wearing Progressives lately. These are a fairly new addition. And because I'm sick and tired of always swapping glasses all the time. So I use these for I call them my dinner glasses. So when I go out, I can read the menu without having to swap things. I didn't mean to wear them in the shop today, but I've been trying to wear them more often to get used to them because they're a bit of a weird thing to kind of look down. All of a sudden it's close, look up, and it's confusing. But I thought I just about wrecked them. You should see the green on my camera. All over, all down my, let's tip this down a bit, all down my tripod's all green. The actual phone case is green. This is why filming on a cell phone is way better than filming on a $10,000 camera rig. Yeah. And just a couple berries. Come on, big pile, big pile. Whoa, there we go. Yeah. Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Can you hold my camera?
No, it's not.
You need to send him a heart. So when I was on the website at Field Van, I seen this called the Skeeter Beater. And I'm like, looks interesting. So it's a mosquito screen with magnets built into it. I don't know what side's what. Anyway, pretty sure it doesn't matter. I thought this was kind of cool because you can always put bug screens up on the side of your vehicle, on your doors, which are really expensive to buy and sometimes a pain to build. So these things are called Skeeter Beaters, so you can roll down your front window and then stick this to the frame around it, nice and tight, all the way around. And now you can leave your front window open and keep the skeeters out.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
I just thought it was, because like in the summer, any breeze is good. So any way you can get it in, and not everybody's got the option to put a window in the side of their vehicle, right? Mm-hmm. That's a great way to get that cross breeze through. Even if you have a roof vent on, just to get some kind of a breeze in there while you're in there in the summertime. Mm-hmm. That's called the Skeeter Beater. Pretty cool. It was $55 or something like that. So I don't know if this is a brand you can buy elsewhere, if this is just something that they make. But yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. But super simply made. You can see that. They're just like little folded and stitched corners with a little magnet in it.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Unlike a regular material.
Mm-hmm.
If you had a sewing machine, you'd probably build one of these yourself.
I'm pretty sure if you have a lot of mosquito, you can put around your head.
It's got the magnet.
I knew you would try it.
Of course.
It's
got the magnets on it? So
yeah,
you
so you can just
magnet
magnet
it
to get
shut?
it. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, you're good to go now.
Yeah, we're good.
You're good for the summer.
The Skeeter Beater. Not a paid advertisement.
You work.
This is actually pretty good. We needed this in Cape Breton.
Oh, maybe this summer in North, maybe you're gonna need it.
I sprayed inside the bottom of the door there and it dripped all the way out the bottom. It's right down there, right in the crevice down there. I ran a magnet through the bottom to make sure that there was no screws in there or anything metal. Nothing really came out. I took the vacuum in there as best I could, but some of the spots over here are really hard to get into. But yeah, that paint is oozed out of everywhere. Oh yeah, look, it's still wet down there, just pooled up. So I was going to take off the seal, but then when I popped the seal out, it started to ooze out one of the holes. I'm like, okay, hold on a second here. So I left the seal in so all those holes would be plugged, and a bunch of it came around out some of the holes. But my thought is if I can seal that bottom good and solid with that rust encapsulator, that those doors will not rust. Fingers crossed. This is the only door that's showing a bit of sign of some surface rust. But when we paint all the door jambs and stuff, all this will be sanded down, which means all the seals and stuff will come off. So I'll get a chance to grind all this stuff down and take care of that when the time happens. But that's the only speck of rust on those doors, which is awesome because my doors on my van out there, just goners on the bottom. All right, so when I put the floor in there, I left it needs some holes cut for the front, right there. So we're gonna cut those out right now. Cut the hole small first so we don't go too big, or are we? Perfect. Perfect. Okay, pretty sure this is the driver's side seat base. I went outside and had to have a look at mine, and mine don't look like this one. So this one's the driver's side. Right over those holes. Perfect. Is it flat side down? Bada boom. Another perfect fit. Oh, this thing is coming together and I'm feeling really, really good about this ambo. So the other day we talked about reupholstering those seats because those are nasty. Those things have been inside this ambulance for 1 million kilometers of service, which means there's been a lot of farts in those seats and people have been in and out of them on both sides. So they are ratted and tatted and need a new life. So the other day, I went online to take a look at seat options. Oh, I was so proud on how the front of this thing's looking. Unbelievable. If you've seen what this looked like just a couple of months ago, oh, this thing has come a long way. Hello, pretty engine. We'll give you a little wipe down just because. I was looking at buying aftermarket seats from like an RV company that makes these big cushy captain's chairs. And I also took a look at getting mine reupholstered at a local upholstery shop. But then I started to go through the pros and cons of everything in here. If I went for those big fancy RV seats, sure, they'd look beautiful. Sure, they'd be super comfy and nice and luxurious. But I'm in and out of my vehicle all the time. We spend a lot of time in the backcountry. So if I'm dragging stuff in and out of it or climbing over the front and to the back of it, and we have a custom seat like that in a daily use off-road vehicle, I think if I damage them, the downtime to go and get them repaired at an upholstery shop outweighs the benefit of having something pretty, you know? Because that's what would happen. If I got to take my seat out and drop it off in an upholstery place, and the upholstery guy's like, you can have it back in a week, what am I going to do? So I looked at buying another set on eBay and things like that and trying to find one that was in better shape than mine. And well, long story short, I decided to just buy those covers for mine, the factory OEM style replacement covers, the ones you just watched me put on my van. But I ended up buying these ones from a different company just to try out somebody different. There's a lot of different companies that make, well, 3 main ones I found that make factory covers for vehicles, and the extensive list on what they carry is insane. So I even messaged that Cat Skins or whatever they're called. Somebody recommended it on here. And I got a reply back from them saying, hey, you inquired about E350 seat covers because they don't have them on their website. But I had already bought these other ones from another company, so those are on their way. The reason why I decided just to go with those covers that I can just buy from eBay or buy from a random company and they'll ship them out to me in 2 weeks is that I can repair the seats myself. You guys have watched me do it just recently on a video on my van. I'm not sure how long they're gonna last, but having the ability to just pull off the old cover and throw on another cover and be back on the road, having the ability to do a quick repair on my own is so much more appealing than having something big, fancy, and luxurious. Just trying to think smart on this one. As much as, you know, that nice big cushy ride would just feel so good. And inside the ambo, when the seats are swiveled, to have the big cushy armchairs would be awesome. But I think on that day when I'm gonna wreck it because I'm rough on things, I live my life, I'm in and out living, which means I'll probably walk over those seats with my hiking boots full of dirt. Why? Just because I'm living. And I'm not always easy on things. You all know that. So if things last on my channel, you know it's a good product, because I'm hard on my stuff. But anyway, guys, just a super simple video here today. Emily's gone down to grab a campsite here in Parksville at Rath Trevor, and I think I'm gonna go down there. We'll light a campfire and have a good night. But as for right now, we're done here at the shop. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon. Say bye, Cruzy. Is that really what you want to give everybody? Ugh. That thing's got to get super dry, bro. He's like, no, it's good, Dad. I love you, buddy. Maybe next couple of videos, those seat covers will be here and we can get the front seats back in here. Oh. I think Lauren's going to be back in a few days, which means test driving that. Oh, it's coming, baby. Oh, it's coming.